roses instead of detangling them. Okay, today, or I guess tonight, I'm going to do my first ever trigger video. I'm so excited. I'm going to be doing the almost touching trigger on my journal ecosystem parts that I use regularly to journal. I want to give massive credit to Alley Katz, who was the first person who I believe she is the first person who started the almost touching trigger, and it kind of took off from her. And now it is absolutely one of, or I'm going to say my favorite, if not the only trigger I actually love watching. So, I am going to tag, first off, Alley Katz. If you want to see a really good almost touching trigger video, go watch her almost touching her croc collection. Again, I mentioned it before, but it goes down in history as one of my favorite ASMR videos of all time. Danny Nicole also has another really good almost touching video, so I'm going to tag a few of my favorite ASMR artists doing this trigger, and I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring and doing it on something that I love, which is my journal. Oh my god, that's a horrible noise. I'm so sorry. Wow, that was gnarly. I'm so sorry. So I thought it would be fun to do this trigger with something that I really love, which is my journal ecosystem. Obviously, I won't shut up about it. So it's a big thing in my life. But I thought while I do it, I can also do some just descriptions of it. But I'll start with my Hobonichi weeks in the navy blue color with my sticker, and I'm just gonna trace the outline of the sticker, and I'm not gonna touch it, but I'm gonna just I will do my 5-year. Sorry, I have to move my body, my poor body. This is a dark brown leather 5-year Hobonichi, and that's why you can't see it, but you can see that it's 5 years in Japanese, I believe, and it's 2026 to 2030. So you start at the beginning, you start in January 2026, and you end in December of 2030, which is 5 years. And so this is another great spine because it lays flat when you are using it. But it is pretty dark. Okay. It's not too spectacular or different. Now I'm going to show you guys some new things. And maybe... Oh god, I'm so scared because it's pretty loud. This is the bag that I use to carry all of my journaling supplies. It is a Bagoo flat pouch, and it has little roses on it. There's 1 rose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm going to say a half, but we'll just say 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 roses on the front, and it's from Bagoo. And I'm almost going to touch it, but I'm not going to touch all the way. I'm just going to get really close to it. And it is a great material to hold all of my pens and my pencils and my colored pens. And it has this nice purple zipper. Oh god damn, that's what it is, this nice zipper. And then if you go across, it has this little attachment. And I'm not too sure what you're supposed to do with this. I think it's to help organize it, but okay, I'm gonna open it and then I will show you guys what I keep inside. I don't know if it's something that I can, with this zipper, if it's something that I can just power through. You can kind of hear it. Whoops. Okay. I'm just gonna blindly pull out. So these are my favorite pens. They are I'll attach a link to them. They're from Amazon. I think it's like $10 for 5. And they are black. They are 0.7. I believe they are the Pentel Calm, C-A-L-M-E, Calm pen. And it is, I'm not going to touch it all the way, but I'm just going to get really close. You can see it's 0.7 right there. And I'm just going to go up and around it. And I'm not going to touch it just at the top. I'm just going to go around it so that I'm not actually touching it. And if I had nails, I could really tap on it for you, but because I don't have any nails, I don't think I'm going to touch it. I'm just going to get really, really close. I touched it just a little bit, but I didn't touch it that much. So I'm just going to go around it. And I use this pencil to journal, and I use it in all of my different journals. I love the smoothness. I love the ink. It is a great pen. Do you remember when we were younger and in grade school, we would have Thanksgiving? If you're from the United States, we would do Thanksgiving turkey hands, and you'd start here, and you go around, and this would be the head, and then you'd go around all, and this would be a feather, and then you'd color it, you'd color it like red, and then you'd go around, and then you'd do this one, and it'd be like blue, and then you go around, and this would be like yellow, and then the last feather you do like green, and then if you were doing it when you were really young, it'd be like way out here, and you'd be like, man, their thumb is huge, so random. Okay, so I have, these are the very first AirPods I have ever bought. So I bought them like 5 years ago, like right when AirPods came out. Now, there is only one AirPod in there because I lost one underneath a pallet at Costco. And there, if you have been to Costco and you know the big pallets of stuff they have out there, you know that there's no way you're getting anything underneath there. It's like that much room. And I was rushing through for my job and I was on the phone and I lost one of my AirPods underneath it, and I was just like, whatever, I'm just gonna go. Anyway, I have had these AirPods for like 5 or 6 years, a long time. They're first generation, like no bells and whistles, and they still work. So I was like, oh my god, I don't want to throw them away. I have another pair. I got another pair, but I was like, I don't want to throw these away. So it may be excessive, but these are my journaling AirPods. I keep them in my bag for journaling, because there's only one. So, and I only ever use one at a time. I never use both, so it doesn't bother me. But I keep it in my journaling bag, so when I journal, I can listen to an audiobook, and I don't have to go find my other AirPods. So that is why this is in here. And the hardest part of this being in here is that I need to remind myself to charge it often, and I forget. So only one AirPod, but first generation, but they are great and they still work. It's the old charging port, but I have an old phone, so I still have this charger, and I really do love these AirPods. If I had the other one, I never would have bought another pair, because they work perfect. Okay, let's keep it digging. I believe this is just another same pen. Okay, this is a, what are these called? The problem is I can't see. I got like bad, oh my god, a Tombow. These are the Tombow. They are very popular in the journaling world. They're incredibly popular. And I have four colors that I bought when they were on sale. I bought 4 colors, and I have not bought any more. I am not a huge fan of coloring. I'm just not artistic, so I use them to outline things, but I do experience some smearing with them, so I don't use them very often. But I do like how this side of the pen is this long tip that you can really have some beautiful calligraphy with, and then this side of the pen is more of a pointy tip for more specific drawing, tracing, writing words. You can see it says a Tombow pen, and this is color 312. I was going to say 313, so 312. Each Tombow color has a number associated. I would not recommend this. It's just I would recommend the Tombows, but this color's just alright. I don't know. It's good for skies, I guess. Okay. The next item is my ruler. It is a fancy brand that I found at the thrift, and I use it for straight lines when I am mapping out my Hobonichi weeks, and it has all of these very intricate little designs that I don't use too much. I use the squares and the hearts, but the hearts are in a very weird angle. When am I ever going to use it like this? I would have rather them face it like this, so that I could do my was a